What's going on, guys? Welcome to the next movie review. Now today we're talking about one of the most famously brilliant sci-fi horror thrillers of all time, which is Alien. So Alien is probably Ridley Scott's most famous film alongside Blade Runner, and it's for good reason too. This film essentially takes the visceral fear of the unknown and turns it into a slasher in outer space. Now normally this wouldn't work, but the atmosphere of this film is so well crafted and the story is so intriguing that you kind of forget the similarities between this movie and other slasher type films. So in Alien, we follow the crew of the Nostromo as they veer away from their space mission to investigate a strange distress signal from an uncharted planet. An alien parasite attaches itself to one of the crew's faces, and we get one of the most iconic scenes in movie history. I love so much that the cast didn't really know what was going to happen in the chestburster scene, so some of the reactions that you see from them are real and genuine. That is such a great idea. Speaking of the cast, everyone is really good in this movie, and this is definitely Sigourney Weaver's most famous role. I also really liked Ian Holm as the android Ash. But honestly, my favorite thing about this movie is the atmosphere, and I'm not just talking about the direction and the phenomenal set pieces. H.R. Giger created a truly terrifying alien design, and even when it's not on screen, there's an undeniable feel of dread that it might be hiding in the shadows. When you watch this movie for the first time, the suspense really doesn't let up until the very end. As I said before, once the xenomorph becomes loose on the spaceship, it's pretty much like a slasher in outer space, but Ridley Scott is able to make this work through really good building of suspense without even showing the creature too much. And that's one of my biggest problems with Alien Covenant, is that there was too many wide shots of aliens just jumping everywhere in CGI madness, and there's something more primal and frightening about there being a real person in a suit that is performing as the creature. I've seen this film many times, but I do remember the first time I saw it. I was probably younger than I should be, but I remember being absolutely terrified by it. Not only that, but there are so many great twists in this movie that you wouldn't see coming if you didn't already know prior to going in and watching the film. Such as the twist that Ash turns out to be an android. I found that to be fascinating, and it really it builds the foundation for this world among many other things that appear in the first two films in this franchise. There's so much that's left a mystery in this film too, and that's another terrifying aspect of it. When they first encounter the alien spaceship and they go inside, they see this giant silhouette of, it looks like a human, strapped to a machine, and it's been obviously dead for many, many years. But you don't ever get an explanation to this, and obviously we do get a little bit of that in Prometheus, but that was part of the joy of this film in seeing it for the first time, was not knowing what the hell is going on in those first 45 minutes or so. And it does take a little while for things to kick off. There's a good 30 to 40 minutes before they actually, become in real danger. But the characters are interesting too, and I'm glad they at least gave us a chance to somewhat get to know them and know more about them than just they're going to be prey for the xenomorph. I struggle to find a real problem with Alien narratively. It has stood the test of time and will forever be one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm giving Alien a 10 out of 10. I know this wasn't a very long one, guys, but there's not a whole lot to say about it. I don't want to go story beat by story beat because most people who watch this video will probably have already seen this film, and if you haven't, just watch it. Just watch it. Next time I'll be talking about Aliens, and then we'll move from there and talk about the rest of the movies in this franchise, even Alien vs. Predator and the second one. But that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to comment below what you think of this movie, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next movie review. Thanks for watching.